pay-per-view still on? Jesus.
What are you yelling about? What is wrong with you? I'm trying to do the intro of the show.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Squared Circle Maniacs Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Johnny Bottles. To my left is Dr. Don Wayne, the neckbeard psychologist. You love him, you hate him, from Twitter X. Donna, was a action-packed day yesterday for professional wrestling. We had the Great American Bash. We had AEW All In, and we had Saturday night's main event, which I think you said you want to talk about that first, didn't you?
Well,
there was a major monkey wrench thrown into the plans of the WWE that's going to affect them for the rest of the year.
I mean, it's going to affect them more than just the year, I think, if what I'm reading and what I'm seeing is true.
What the streets are saying?
What the streets is saying, dog. I want to check into this first. I don't ever buy into the whole, this guy said it, therefore it's true. I want to get multiple people that get it confirmed. And I don't want them to get it confirmed from the guy that originally broke the story. Call me crazy, but I'm a little old-fashioned how I check my news in that regard. I don't believe you just because you say it means it's true. But word on the street is that last night of Saturday night's main event, when Seth Rollins did the flip off the ropes, he sustained a serious knee injury, which completely threw that entire show into utter chaos backstage from what I've been reading and what you've been reading all day, where the ending had to be changed. Supposedly, Roman Reigns was there. That got scrapped. They got to put him in another direction now so they can figure out how serious this is. Nobody's saying that it's a torn ACL. Nobody's saying how serious it is, but it does look like there's something seriously went wrong in that match last night. LA Knight, you could tell the way he was acting, looked like he was upset that he to me, LA Knight, if it wasn't kayfabe, you knew right away. You know what I mean? Like he was playing the part so well. I was like, I've never seen a wrestler this good an actor. If he was, and this all turns out to be kayfabe, I tip my hat because that was amazing if that was. But everything it looks like they're saying is that he seriously got hurt. He was supposed to cash in last night from what we read. Was he not? Did you not read that as well?
I had read that. It was a rumor making the rounds that Roman Reigns was going to come in and interfere with the Seth Rollins match so that Seth would lose to LA Knight. Then Seth Rollins is going to come back at the end of the night and cash in on a heavyweight championship holding Goldberg and take the title from Goldberg. That's what I had heard. That was the rumor floating around. Now they're all saying, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't going to happen. They were all saying it 2 months ago or a month ago that this was going to happen. And now they're saying, no, it was never supposed to happen.
This sucks, man. You hate to see a guy like that get hurt. You hate to see it possibly be long-term. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for fans because if you like the storyline or you didn't, at least it was entertaining for a lot of us. It entertained the hell out of me. My wife's a big Seth Rollins guy. She was highly entertained. She cackled every time he said something mean and crude. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. She always got on my ass. Oh, now you like my guy. So tip your hat, man. I hope it's nothing serious. I hope it's just a strain and it sort of scared him for a minute, but you just never know, man.
What was it, 2023 or 2024?
Yeah, he said it was 2024 when he was out. Yeah, because he hurt his knee in 2023.
Yeah, same knee, by the way. Remember back in 2012, he was powerbombing Kane off the top turnbuckle. And he didn't know what was he doing. He was on top of the top turnbuckle, and he was doing the victory roll on Kane. And when he did that, he came down on his knee and blew out his right knee, which is the same knee that just got injured. He did a senton on the other side of the ring last night. You saw that, right, where he was facing the camera?
Right. Yeah.
He did the senton, and he landed kind of funky. Then he jumped up on the ropes, and he didn't quite have all of his spring and his step on that one leg. And when he finally came down on his feet, that knee just went right out from underneath of him.
I feel bad for him, you know. God bless you, Seth. I hope you get better soon. I hope it's not that serious. But there is a whole lot of other stuff to go through from yesterday because it was just I didn't even have a time to watch the Great American Bash models. I don't know if you saw it or not. I haven't. I heard the Ricky Saints match was absolutely insane. I am going to go back and watch that soon. Mm-hmm. I am going to watch that and say what I thought. Scully's here. Scully Vibe says, coming to this loot, Don Wayne was right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Oh, those wrestling spaces on Twitter, man, they get weird sometimes, but I can call
There's
a mile
a
away.
couple doing them right now.
Are they?
If you saw the news, yes, they're doing them right now. In fact, the great Alt Jake is doing a space right now.
Is he? Okay, good for him.
Yes. 5:05. It just started.
Jake. Juan is in here. Juan, hey, Queens, forget all what happened yesterday. Who's winning the slap fight between SRS and JD from NY? Truly a battle of the douches. In all seriousness, what a long day of wrestling yesterday. Yes, it was. I mean, there was action off the scenes, on the scenes. You had podcasters getting crazy. I don't know what the hell that was all about, man. I don't know what the hell that was about, dude.
JD kept saying that Mercedes Mone has creative control.
And we get to talk about that. We're going to get deep into that because of what happened.
Sean Ross Sapp put a video out on Fightful saying that she does not have creative control. That's just a pack of lies. And JD, he shit all over Sean Ross Sapp. And it got back to Sapp. And Sapp and him were having a war of words. And Sapp's modus operandi is he blocks you. Then he'll unblock you. If you haven't blocked him and he's blocked you, he will unblock you. Talk shit in DMs and then block you again so you can't respond.
Truly a class act. And then he's out there challenging guys to fight. Then he starts talking shit about Disco Inferno. Whether you like Disco Inferno or not, there's only one thing that you could say about Disco Inferno. He was a star for a long time in the 90s. That late WCW TV championship to me is etched in my memory with him having that thing like permanently. He had it all the time. He seemed to always be running around with it. He could wrestle. It was a goofy gimmick. I don't give a shit about all that. You know who Disco Inferno is. The majority of wrestling fans have no idea who SRS is. Not a clue.
Comedy gimmick, Disco Inferno, comedy gimmick, good wrestler. The crowd reacted to him, and he was a solid lower mid-card talent.
Right.
He was never going to be in the main event. Never going to be a heavyweight champ, but he was a solid lower mid-card talent. And you just can't deny what the man did in professional wrestling. He was there. He saw it all.
And now he's got a successful show as a podcast. I mean, so what are you going to say about him?
Yes.
I see you out there, Denisha. I'm going to come to you. I just want to make sure we give Juan his moment here because thank you, Juan, so much for the $10. Thank you, Scully, for the $2. Yesterday's AEW All In, I said, I don't know if I'm going to watch this or not. I know I'm not going to pay $49.99 for it.
Right.
And then I went to Amazon. I said, how many points do I have with my credit card? And Amazon Prime said, you have all the points you need. And I said, okay, I'll click it. There's a couple of things just before we get into I'm not going to go through every match because that would be absolute lunacy. I'm not reliving that 6-hour extravaganza that just was like the song that would never end. It just went on and on, my friends.
If it was too long,
it wouldn't stop, dude.
If it was too long, Don, just turn it off. That's what the streets are saying. I like that phrase now. The streets are saying. The streets are saying if it's too long, just turn it off. And I've got words for the streets. I paid $50. Go F yourself.
Exactly.
I paid $50
and here's my whole thing.
Not to watch the Jerry Lewis telethon. Remember that?
Right.
From the good old days.
Yes. And here's my thing with this, though, right? WrestleMania 35 was just shit all over because it went over 5 hours, 45 minutes or something like that.
Right.
That's why they got 2 nights now, because as a wrestling fan, 3.5 hours, I feel like I've gotten my money's worth as long as the matches were good. I don't need to see 6.5 hours of nonstop wrestling. I don't want to see the same football game for 6 hours. Give me my 3 hours of those 2 teams playing and then bring me 2 other teams. Wrestling doesn't work like other sports. It's the same show. It's the same thing over and over again. This just went too long for me, dude. And I'm going to get into some of the matches that I liked and some of the ones I didn't. But this, even my wife came downstairs, went upstairs, did the laundry, came downstairs like 2 hours later when she finished cleaning everything up. And this was 2 hours into the show. And she says, my God, is this thing still on? I said, yeah. My son comes out of his playroom at 6 o'clock and says the same thing. This is still on? I said, they're going to run into Sunday nights or Saturday night's main event. I guarantee it. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're working for. Thank you so much, Juan.
What about the live crowd, pal? There was 3 matches. 3 matches. in the pre-show before the live crowd. Denisha Lane with the 1999. Hey, Don and Bottles, how are you? My two favorite men. I'm doing excited for Evolution tonight show, and I just want to show some love today. Thank you, Denisha. It's always
thank you, Denisha. We appreciate it. And yes, we're going to talk about tonight's show as well.
Yes, yes.
I am looking forward to tonight's show. My wife made sure to let me know we're watching that show tonight.
Right,
she
right. That
sure.
Ops versus the Death Riders for the AEW Trio titles, the first match
on the card.
First match on the actual main event, the actual pay-per-view. That's a collision match. Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata versus Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, the Lace King, and Gabe Kidd. They could have just done that on Collision. They could have done it on the pre-show. You didn't need FTR versus the Outrunners on the pre-show. It's just garbage. So I don't understand why they had to have those guys on there. Everybody gets an award. Everybody gets a prize.
It's insane.
Everybody gets a prize.
It's the same thing that got WrestleMania 35 to be so long, is that they try to give everybody their moment. Not everybody's deserving to be on that card, man.
Right.
They don't all need to be on there. Give me the stars. Give me the major angles. We'll move on. Tanisha, I'm going to come back to you in a minute. Warrior JWR for 499 says, AEW All In, no sell fest. Did you guys see Tony's dumb excuse why Britt Baker is off TV? I haven't seen that. Did you see that?
I've seen that. They've got a full bench, Don. It's like any sports team. They got a lot of people on the bench. They got a full bench. The talent on the bench is enormous. That's what he said.
That's what he said for real?
And yes, and you got to put some people on the bench and give other people a shot. That's basically what he implied. He's an imbecile. Everything's good. In Tony Khan's world, he's a con man, hence the last name Khan.
That is
everything's
funny.
Good. Nothing's bad. It's fantastic here. We're doing great. He said AEW's having the best 2025. It's going to be a great year for AEW, possibly the best yet. That's what he said. While they're losing money,
I don't see how. I don't know that
they're losing
money.
attendance.
Like, we don't know they're losing money, but they are losing attendance and they're losing viewership. Those two are indisputable facts. They're indisputable. You've lost viewership and you've lost attendance. By the way, yesterday's crowd, pretty good. The building looked insane. I thought it looked great. My biggest issue with this whole thing, and thank you again, Warrior JWR, my biggest issue over and over again for this show, the camera work, dude. The camera work. Did you notice the constant? No, it was the hard cam guy was zooming in and out like he had lost his mind. He could not keep the focus on whatever it was supposed to be. And I don't know if he was trying to say, hey, look at all these people or what it was. But for the first hour and a half, it was brutal. And then it got back to that as the match went on, or as the card went on, and went back to that shit where the camera kept focusing in and out. The guy that was on the flat cam side looking over the crowd did the same shit, man.
Like Kevin Dunn on meth from WWE's heyday. The great Kevin Dunn. Bucky Beaver, as Jim Cornette likes to refer to him. Yes.
Well, he started getting at the end with all the dumbass fast cam shots, which were awful. Were just
quick camera cuts.
Yes.
First 2 minutes of the match, you got 50 cuts.
The camera work yesterday was just undeniably awful. I don't know how else to say it. There were moments where it was like, okay, I'm getting vertigo from this bullshit. Stop with the zooming in and out, man.
Right. MJF's cutting a promo to the guy on the floor, the cameraman on the floor and by the corner. He's on his knees cutting a promo, holding up his contract. And you're watching him from the hard cam, cutting the promo for like a minute. And then he thought, let's cut to that guy. Cut the Ralph in the corner. Okay. And they cut the Ralph in the corner where you actually see MJF's face. You can hear him, but it was great.
But you were right about the opening match. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, my opinion. The trios titles in AEW being absolutely nothing. I don't see the point in those. I think when the Freebirds came along and the Freebird Bull rule was admitted and is used now across all platforms, that sort of did away with the 3-man or 6-man tag championships, if you want to call them that, because it's just completely useless to me, man. I'm sorry, but it is. It's just another meaningless title on this show.
Right. Now, I'm not saying the work in the match was bad, because I like Samoa Joe, and I do like Powerhouse Hobbs, and I like Claudio Castagnoli, but it didn't need to be. It could have been a collision match. It could have been a pre-show match. It didn't need, to be on the main card. Not when you've got casino gauntlet matches for the men and the women. That's like having Royal Rumble matches.
And then that was next was the Men's Casino Battle Royal match. And I got to be honest with you, for the most part, I've never enjoyed these matches ever. I enjoyed this match. I thought it was fun. It was fast paced. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
the parts I don't like about it are the same gripes I have about either company, where the guys just lay out of the ring for half an hour and you
I
don't
was
see
just
them, and then
about to
suddenly
say
they come back in.
that
It's
old
just,
trope.
it's the same bullshit with any 3-way, 6-way, or whatever you want to call it. Some guys are just laying out of the ring. That takes me out of it when I see you suddenly pop up like, where the fuck has he been the whole match? I forgot he was even into this thing.
Big return in that match, by the way. Bo Dallas made his comeback. Bo Dallas made his return, everybody.
You keep saying that. I think that was 7th grade Danzig. That was not Bo Dallas. That was 7th grade Danzig. When he came running out, all I could hear him screaming was, "Mother! She told me to shave my beard. Now I'm looking really fucking weird. Whoa!"
He looked like a cross between, he looked like the illegitimate son of Bo Dallas and Danzig cosplaying as Damian Priest. That's what he looked like, running to the ring.
Bro,
it shocked me for a minute there. I said,
it was very shocking, to say the least.
Yes.
When he ran out, I was like, who the hell? It took me a while. I was like, that's the same guy. He had blonde hair and a full beard when I last saw him. What the hell was that?
Yeah, Mr. Tony Storm.
So anyway, I enjoyed this for what it was. The right guy won. Now, the booking we got to talk about as well, right? Let's go back to the Jay got written off, right? Samoa Joe, sorry. Samoa Joe got written off because he is apparently going to go do his 3rd season of Twisted Metal. So that's coming up, so they had to write him off TV. Thank you again, Denisha. We greatly appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Thank you all, women and men, girls and boys, for watching this afternoon, catching up with us. We appreciate your support. But Samoa Joe's going back, so they wrote him off TV, which tells me that Hook is now coming back and will probably replace him as the other 3rd man in that group. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't know. Hook's got a concussion. He's still recovering from his concussion. And remember, they lied and said he was. What did they say? What was the excuse for Hook?
Food poisoning.
Food
initially.
Poisoning, yeah, because he threw up in the ring. Yeah. He had a concussion. Another victim of the sloppy shop. That is AEW.
If they're not going to bring him back, then this was the wrong call to keep the titles on 3 guys, with one of them going to be gone for an extended period of time. If they're bringing him back, it's the right call. In my opinion.
Speaking of concussions.
We're going to get there.
That's the very next thing on the show. That's the very next item on the show.
Well, I was going to talk about when the actual match came up. But I want to talk about MJF winning because I thought that was the right thing. But go ahead.
Was very good.
MJF was the right guy. That's the guy who should have won. He feels like he's starting to get his mojo back. Maybe that's me, but it felt like it was coming back. But go ahead and talk about him now if you want.
That's a way that you can have MJF go up against Hangman Adam Page and sit Moxley out in perpetuity, as far as I'm concerned. Yes.
A year at least.
Yes. We've got Moxley fatigue. Yeah, he's got to go for a while.
But yeah,
Adam Cole came back.
Yes, the Daniel Garcia, Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher versus Sammy Guevara were facing off in a 4-way for the TNT title because Adam Cole is going away probably forever as a full-time competitor.
It seems that way. The other 2 guys in the Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, came out and gave him a hug, and all 3 men were crying at the time. But supposedly he got injured on Collision this past week.
A bullshit?
It's big time bullshit.
Bullshit.
He got his bell rung by Kyle Fletcher with that power bomb to the ring apron, where he must have been 2 feet away further from the ring apron than what he should have been. Kyle Fletcher, that is. And
he brained his ass.
Cole's head hit the edge. We talked about this on the show. Cole's head hit that steel frame. It's a wooden ring, but it's got a steel frame, support frame, right on the edge, right on the dome. His dome hit the edge of that ring, and he went down hard. And I guarantee you he's having concussion problems from that. I saw the thing on Collision. I went back and watched a clip of it, and it didn't seem like it was a big deal. It seemed like he was a man who is previously concussed.
Right.
Having issues from that. And he's had concussion problems since his entire career.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
And here's the other part before you go on. Just let me interrupt, though. That's why Vince McMahon was so adamant about him becoming a manager because he had initially gotten concussed a few times in NXT, both in training and when he got on television.
Right.
And they tried to work with him, but I was like, dude, you're just prone to get injury because of your slight build. You should probably be a manager. You can talk. And he just wasn't having it. Fast forward, 2.5 years later, and his career is probably done.
He's probably done. The reason why, I mean, it's men in tights, fake fighting. Okay. But combat sports, there's a reason why they have weight classes in combat sports. You understand how that goes. You have weight classes in combat sports, boxing, MMA, the whole 9 yards, even bare knuckle boxing. They have weight classes for all that. And they had, over the years of professional wrestling, you had cruiserweight matches. You had heavyweight matches. And when Rey Mysterio won the title in WWE back in the day, that's when the weight classes, don't worry about the weight classes. Well, the little guys with a heavyweight belt. Well, that
fast forward all these years later, and now you've got more concussions than ever from the little guys. It's always the Bryan Danielsons, the Coles, all those guys are always getting concussed, man, for a reason.
And Ray and Eddie Guerrero, that's another one. And Bryan Danielson, they put muscle on. When they're going to wrestle heavyweights, they decide, okay, I got to bulk up. I don't care how I got to do it. I got to bulk up. And they all bulked up and became beasts. They were short, but they became beasts. And had a lot of muscle in them. Cole doesn't care about
a lot of health problems.
A lot of health problems, but Cole does not care about bulking up at all, even
clearly
naturally or with chemical help. He doesn't care about that. He'd rather play video games and not go to the gym or do whatever he's doing. Maybe he's on a treadmill while he's got an Xbox controller in his hand. I don't freaking know. But when you're 150 pounds, didn't Bret Hart wrestle a few more times after Goldberg kicked his head off? He did.
A few, but it was never the same. And you could tell it was never the same.
He looked like he was lost in the ring.
Yeah, he had lingering concussion issues the whole time.
Yeah.
And finally they had to shut him down and said, you can't wrestle anymore. This is every time he hit the mat, it would ring his bell again.
Right.
Like that's what happened. So anyway, back to this.
When you're 150 pounds, as Adam Cole is probably 150 pounds, and you're wrestling guys that are 250 pounds to 275 pounds, it's not realistic, dude. And you're going to get hurt.
Clotheslining the shit out of you.
The clothesline the shit out of you, and then AEW is more high impact than what WWE is. High impact moves repeatedly in matches, not just one or two, like the Canadian Destroyers and WWE. Now you won and the guy's done and you're pinning him. In AEW, 15 Canadian Destroyers. Remember that one match?
We're going to talk about that bullshit.
So Adam Cole, sorry that you have to retire. If that's the case, sorry you got concussed. Put on some weight. Do what you got to do if you're going to come back to professional
Don't come back.
wrestling.
No, don't come back.
If you can.
Be a manager or commentator because you can run your mouth and there is a spot for you in this business. It's just not in the ring. I'm sorry. Bobby Heenan figured it out early. He was like, I keep getting hurt. I'm just going to run my mouth because I can run my mouth. I don't need to be a wrestler. I'm not going to wrestle. It's a special attraction when he wrestled from that. It was always put on the weasel suit and shit. It made it a special thing.
Is it safe to say Vince was right?
Oh, Vince was right. Vince has been right about a lot of things. He was wrong about a lot of things, but he's been right about a lot of things. What I didn't understand about this TNT title, and everybody wants to rip on Goldberg. Goldberg's too old. They're always relying on the old hats to come back. What the fuck do you call Dustin Rhodes? He's 2 years younger. He's only 2 years younger, and he's got way more wear and tear. I don't know if you watch this match or not. Not like Dustin Rhodes, don't get me wrong, but he is not a full-time competitor anymore, man. He shouldn't be anyway. No. He was looking he's got bad knees too. You could see it in the match. When he walked towards guys, he walks real cockeyed, man. I don't understand where the hell this was going. This almost feels like Kyle Fletcher's being punished for Adam Cole's injury to me. I didn't understand this booking decision.
You are exactly right. Kyle Fletcher is the golden boy to Proto Star, and he was the guy who was going to take the belt away from Adam Cole. Now they had this 4-man match, and he said, I guarantee you that they have accepted the fact that Kyle Fletcher concussed Adam Cole. I guarantee it. And that's why he did not win that title.
I agree with you. This match wasn't hitting for me. I don't know why. Nothing about this match really set my world on fire. Nothing about it was like, oh, this is great. It was just sort of there. It was just there, right? Am I alone in that? It was just there.
Right. And what does Kyle Fletcher do during the match? What does he do during the match? He does that same move that he concussed Adam Cole with to Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. The same identical move, but he hit it correctly this time.
Well, look, I guess it's because it was nothing. I guess it's because even if it had been Adam Cole, there was nothing for me to invest in because everybody that's on that Collision show is they just sort of go away and are forgotten about in a tin can somewhere. And then they pop back up on Dynamite every couple of months. You're like, oh shit, that guy or girl's still wrestling. Collision is where you put, it's like the toys in the attic that you forgot you had when you were a kid. They just go up there and you never see them again. Right. Next up, of course, was the Young Bucks and Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay match.
Yes.
I make no bones about it. I'm not a Bucks fan. Nothing about them appeases me, appeals to me, makes me want to see them, makes me believe what they're doing in any way, shape, or form. Nothing, I can't emphasize this enough. Nothing they do makes me think that they're for real. Nothing they do. They're small. They act like the Legion of Doom, and they're built like they're smaller versions of the Rock and Roll Express.
You could make an argument for the Young Bucks if they were charismatic, if they were humorous, if they were funny, if their angles were interesting, but they're not. They're none of those things. And you think to yourself, why are these guys always on TV when they're there? Why are they always being used in these big angles? It makes no sense.
The Young Bucks, to me, have the personality of a wet cat. That's the best way I can describe it. That's about the best way I can describe it. This match had, again, I called out WWE for their bullshit when they did it with the Mexican Destroyer. I'm going to call this out again. 2 Canadian destroyers simultaneously, both of them get up and flip off the Bucks, then hit them with the move, and they all lay there. I hate that shit. There is nothing to invest in when you see it. Nothing to invest in.
You knew it was going to be a stunt show. You knew it was going to be a cheerleader pep rally when you saw these guys doing these synchronized gymnastics. When you you know their history and what they do, what they're all about. Didn't like it at all.
And I mean, I'm glad the Bucks lost. Don't get me wrong. We can get this EVP bullshit storyline dead and buried. I'm glad it's going away now. Finally, it's just this match did nothing for me, Bottles. I didn't care.
No,
I see Will, and I guess we've talked about this too, right? We see Will Ospreay on TV wrestle every week. So when he has his match, nothing feels special. I've seen you do this for the past 15 Wednesdays in a row. Nothing about this is special anymore to me. No. That's just me.
Keep him off TV for a while. If you need him to do a pre-taped interview, have him do a pre-taped interview.
Then we get the women's casino gauntlet match. It wasn't terrible. It's just about what I thought it was going to be. Athena won. Good for her. Now she could go lose to somebody else that has a bigger title. I don't know where this is going. I don't understand. I don't understand where this is going. That's just me.
Well, yeah, you had Mrs. Ospreay in this match. I understand. You had Mrs. Ospreay there. She made her debut on pay-per-view. And you had the Tickler on.
I'm glad you brought this up because this got so weird. The Tickler and the other chick hit a superplex. What's her name? Help me out here.
Statlander?
No. It was the Tickler and the Julia Hart hit the superplex.
Yeah. Yes. You all right?
Yeah, that's enough of that. Yeah.
What was
had
that?
a guy coming in here trying to be a racial dickhead, and he's gone now.
He's done.
Yeah, gone. I don't know what this was supposed to be, in my opinion.
How about all?
I don't mind Athena winning. Like, I don't mind it. But where is this going to go? She's never on TV. Where is this going to go, man? Like, I'm serious.
She's usually the queen of Ring of Honor. She was always on Ring of Honor. And if I think she's a good wrestler, as far as I'm concerned, I know you don't like her. I think she's a good wrestler. I like to see her on AEW Dynamite. I think the right person won. And your girl Tits McGee was in the match.
Yes, she was. She came running out, and it was the same time that Julia Hart and the Tickler gave the superplex, did their weird hang upside down moment, and looked at each other from across the room after they just gave the superplexes. Tickler and Julia Hart watching each other. Kits McGee's music hits, and I just said, "In this now, in this now."
We love you long time.
It can't get any worse, dude. It can't get any worse. In this thing right there, it's over. Hurt Syndicate, Speed, and Patriarchy. This bottle. Thank God that they kept. I'm telling you, man. Thank God they have kept it on the Hurt Syndicate. The whole big thing about this was what happened. The Patriarchy turned on Christian, which you've been saying for weeks now. Edge is coming back. He is going to save Christian. That's exactly what happened. He came down, saved him, told him to go find himself, and walked away. That was probably the best line of the night, in my opinion, for promo.
Yes. But he had a case of Jeff Hardy-itis when he came out on the ramp. Jeff Hardy-itis. He came out, he forgot that he's carrying a spiked baseball bat, and he forgot he was there to save his former best friend. He decided to run off to the left side of the stage and play to the crowd and wave and cheer and throw his hands in the air like a freaking moron. Meanwhile, the guys in the ring, the kids in the ring, they are kids, they all had to stop what they were doing and act like they were scared of Edge. And they stopped what they were doing. They could have
down this way.
They could have turned Christian's melon into freaking
dough,
peanut butter, and a pudding with those steel chairs. It would have been over by the time he got up there. Let's wait till the 55-year-old man runs up here with the baseball bat with the spikes in it after he's done playing to the crowd. Then he's going to beat all of our asses,
dude.
And then
was so
Christian's
great.
Magically going to wake up when Edge gets out there.
Edge literally ran to the side of the ring, was like, here, this is amazing. Oh shit, my friend's getting beat up. What the hell was that, dude? That's Jeff Hardy. Bad.
Jeff Hardy-itis. Why play the music? Just run. They're waiting. Just the guys in the ring, Nick Wayne is waiting. He's waiting for that music to hit, for Edge to come. And I don't know if they're the guys in the truck looking for the Edge. What's his theme song again? What's that called? What's Cope's theme song? What's it called?
We've talked about this.
I'm mousing around.
We've talked about this. We've talked about this 100 times, right? Stop playing the music when you're doing a run-in. Just do the run-in. It's more exciting that way if I don't know it's coming. If you hit the music, I know it's coming. Right. Do it without the music. Bring back some shock value. If Edge had just come running out there, I'd have been more shocked than his music hitting. And then instead, I get a goofy moment.
You're watching the ring, and all of a sudden, you hear people start yelling. You look over, and you're following the guy with your eyes down the ramp, and he slides into the ring, starts wailing on everybody. But this was like, here comes Edge. Brother Fluff, the full flamethrower, Fluff Salisbury for $5. What do you mean? I always let my childhood friends get beat for 7 minutes before I save them. That's a lot going around. A lot of that's going around now. Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes, Johnny. I'll be right over there. I gotta dance. I gotta get my.
That was so brother. That was his own brother. Remember that when he came out?
No, man.
His own brother is getting his ass beat, and
it was
Jeff Hardy's
so good.
dance at the top of the ramp at AEW.
So
the good
bad,
old days. Good. The good old days.
Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné.
Surprised the hell out of me.
I think okay, let's get into it. Number one, the muff biting's got to stop. Can we agree that the muff biting angle has got to stop in this company?
I don't know, pal.
That was strangely arousing.
I just was a little fired up about that. I saw that going on. I said, wow, that Tony Storm, she's no holds barred, as they say.
Dude, I could hear Jergens across the country getting broken out in hallways. Tarps getting laid down in basements. It's all I could hear in my mind. It's like, oh God, she bit the muff. It's on now. They're never going to let it go.
She just bit Mercedes on the. Good Lord! All these fat.
Thank you so much, Fluff. We appreciate
the Cheeto-sexuals having their way with themselves.
Get
Mina Melons needs to get TK to pit. Let True Live Crew be so horny as her theme song. Good Lord. It would fit the bill. I mean, she's selling sex. There's no other way around it. She's selling sex.
She's a Japanese girl to get a boob job, and she's not afraid to show those things off. So when she retires and she opens up an OnlyFans channel, an OnlyFans page, think of what's going to happen then. The internet will shut down.
I thought it was cool with the Mone Tony Storm match that all the cheerleaders had Mone's belts on. I thought that was a very neat look. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. That was cool. The match itself, pretty good. Didn't hate it. Right?
Was
nothing
it the right
to hate
move?
on about it?
Right move?
No. This is what I want to get into. This was the wrong move. This felt like Tony Khan's knee-jerk reaction to the fans screaming she has complete creative control, and he booked himself into a corner. Why do you have her winning all of these titles if you're not going to crown her as the next big champion in your show? It's not going to hurt Tony Storm to lose.
You think he watched last week's show?
I honestly believe he lets fans' input get to him way too much. The right move was, and by the way, we haven't been a huge proponent and a big fan of the Mercedes Moné push, but the past several months, it finally came together, right? Like it was finally like, okay, I see where this is going now. Now this makes sense if she wins the title at the pay-per-view. If she doesn't, it makes no sense at all. Thank you very much, Warrior.
Well, who do you think put leverage on Tony Khan? The fans, Tony Storm? Which one of the two?
I don't know. I feel like he shrunk in the corner, was like, I got to do something. They're getting really mad.
He's got to be good guy Tony. He's got to please the fans. He's got to be good guy Tony. Remember, he said he killed Tits McGee's entrance music.
Yeah, but he didn't.
I
don't think this was the right move, keeping the belt on Tony, because I cannot see Mercedes Moné losing all those belts. I can't see it myself. Don't know about you. I don't see it.
As far as I'm concerned, if I never see Mercedes Moné again this year, I wouldn't care.
Okay.
I wouldn't care.
I don't know, man. This felt so off to me. Like you've been crowning her. Okay, you've built to this moment. Now give her the title so she can walk out and just drop them all and say, I am the queen. This is what I've been working for. I didn't like this. I don't know. I don't know where you go with Tony Storm now. I mean, Mercedes Moné. I just don't know. Next up was Kenny Omega versus Okada for the weird ass belts that they have. Whatever the shit this belt faction thing is.
It's the United Championship.
For a belt that will be re-put up for grabs in October after all, and it's not actually consolidating the belts. It's just some sort of a weird caveat for all this bullshit. I don't know what this is. I still don't. And this is sort of what got my attention yesterday. I saw a lot of really diehard AEW fans that thought they were going to get the New Japan Pro Wrestling Kenny Omega and Okada in this match. They thought that's what they were going to get. Right. And I'm like, guys, these are two beat up war horses. They gave you everything they had in another country 5, 6, 7 years ago. Those days are over. You're not ever getting that again. They can never do that again.
Kenny is even self-admitting in interviews he's past his prime. He's in the twilight of his career. And Okada is getting paid big money to do hardly anything at all. Very little. So, he's just going to coast until his contract's up. And if the man-child wants to sign him again, he might think about it.
I don't blame him, either, though. I don't blame him either.
If you're getting beat up for like 20 years in this business, why not get a good payday? Get a fat payday at the end of your career. Why not invest that money?
I agree with you. Let me take this. I'll go home and I'll retire happily. I'll start a small dry cleaning business or some shit.
If they sold merchandise, these guys would make good money. But the merchandise department at AEW sucks. You know what Roman Reigns makes a year with merchandise, video game
reportedly or
the
allegedly.
Whole 9 years. Reportedly, allegedly, $15 million a year.
Yeah, that's what
with
I've
all
heard
the extras added in. Yes.
Good for him.
That's
why you don't see him on TV every week, because he doesn't have to be anymore. He's worked his way to this position.
He's a special attraction. He's a Brock Lesnar type. By the way,
do
you have that on your radar?
Yeah, I saw his merchandise.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, it's back up.
Okada defeated Omega again. I thought this was the wrong booking idea. This went the wrong way, in my opinion.
Why? Did Kenny need to win?
I think he did. I really do. I mean, Okada, wasn't he with the Bucks initially?
He
right?
was. He was.
And
He was
now
part of
he's
the elite.
suddenly with Don Callis.
Now he's
right?
been traded over to Don Callis has acquired his contract, supposedly in kayfabe. Yes. He needs somebody. He needs somebody to speak for him. But Don Callis,
I don't doubt that. I agree with you on that.
If Don Callis would only speak for his people, he's too busy behind the commentary desk all the time.
That's just my opinion on this. Jim Ross came down for this match, by the way. I'm not going to rip JR, but dude, it's time to go home.
It's time to go home. And he hates the guys in the ring. Basically, he didn't like anything they were doing. If you listen to the commentary, he didn't like any of it. He was Dude, he was saltier than a Snyder's pretzel. Extra dark. He was salty.
We got to get to the last match. This is, by the way, this was now 5 hours and 45 minutes. I think this thing was in at this point in time before the main event started. Because they tried to say there were 3 main events on this show. No, there's not. There's a main event. The main event's the one that goes on last. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked.
Not long enough, Don. Not long enough. Christ. If you don't like it, turn it off. Turn it off.
And I did, because at the end of this, Saturday night's main event was on. I said, fuck it, I'll put this on my phone and I'll watch it from there. I'm not doing that.
I watched all that horse shit to the bitter end. Denisha says, Don, TK was thinking about WWE and WrestleMania 40 when Cody won, just like Hangman Adam Page won. Do you have feel moments for sickos? Tony Khan gets, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have said that about the Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes moment. It was Dustin Rhodes' story. I didn't get how in the hell that was the same thing. I didn't pick up on that. I know they tried to connect the dots, but that's a real loose pairing, pal. I don't get that at all.
We talked about last week or the week before, he would pay Dustin Rhodes anything to keep him from going to WWE to be with his brother Cody Rhodes and be a star, however fleeting it might be on WWE television.
I had a guy on Twitter say Tony Khan uses that TNT title to re-sign talents. And it's true. He's done it twice now. Daniel Garcia did it just a year ago.
Yes.
And now you just had Dustin Rhodes do it.
Yes.
That's kind of weird to me, though. Is it not weird to you?
It's the carrot that he dangles in front of the horse. Yes.
Do you want a shitty championship? Do you want to go away on Thursdays or Saturday nights because it doesn't have a permanent home anymore and everyone will forget about you? Anyway, on to the main event.
Insane.
Jon Moxley, Adam Page. This was not a wrestling match. This was a sicko's wet dream. Forks getting stabbed in the head, broken glass, blood everywhere. This was the sicko's wet dream, and it looked nothing like a wrestling match. I didn't care for it. I just wanted to get to the end of the bullshit of this whole thing. Darby Allin dropped in from the sky, made a 2-minute appearance, and then was never seen again to try to help Hangman win. Ridiculous. Who were some of the other ones that came down?
Let me go take a look here.
The Death Riders got involved.
Yeah, they got involved.
Yeah, Ospreay tried to give some assistance. I remember that.
Shafir, Ospreay came out. He got his ass kicked. They stretchered Ospreay out. I'm flipping down here.
The bottom line on this is that
a lace-ridden hobo was there. Gabe Kidd joined the fight. He came out. Bryan Danielson came out. He had a mask on, a luchador's mask.
Challenger John gave
Challenger John. Not sure if you all want to know at the Squared Circle Maniacs, but went to the Nashville SmackDown, and the dark match is Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Sheamus beat Ludwig Kaiser in the first dark match. Well, Ludwig Kaiser is eating shit right now in WWE because of his jealousy about whoever talks to Tony. I was about to say Tony Storm. Tiffany Stratton.
Gunther versus Jey Uso street fight for the world championship. Gunther defeated Jey in a street fight. Good. Thank you for the update, Challenger John. That's awesome. This thing was over. Paige is the new champion. I do have a question for you, Johnny Bottles, about Paige winning this title.
What's that, pal?
Is he better off being the chaser or the champion? Because we've gone through this with him before, and once they crowned him, it lost all of its allure completely.
All I can say is if he's got a strong opponent that's going to be chasing him, a strong heel that's going to be chasing him for that belt, it will be a better program than him wearing his butterfly jeans chasing a champion. You saw him chasing Moxley, and it was horrendous.
Right.
It was horrible.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So maybe,
I'd agree.
maybe he needs to have the belt and be harassed by MJF week after week after week until they have a championship match at the next pay-per-view. That's what needs to be done. He cried like a pussy. He cried like a pussy at the media scrum. I stabbed him in the head with a fork.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
It was
Jesus Christ.
nothing about this match I like, dude. This is Moxley's dream match. This is what he loves to do. It's not wrestling. It has no place in this business. I don't like this bullshit. This is why ECW went out of business.
Because so many people got turned off by the blood sport of the whole thing. If you watch this type of shit all the time, death matches, you become anesthetized. Did I pronounce that correctly? Anesthetized to the shock and spectacle of the whole thing. Am I right? You get numb to it.
You're right.
You get numb to it. And these Cheeto sexuals are in their basements thinking, this is so great. Oh, God, I want just like those tapes of ECW of Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Ugh. Good Lord Almighty. Give me a break, man. It's the shits. It's the shits. He had a fork in his hand, Don. He was stabbing Moxley in the forehead.
And he was stabbing the shit out of him.
And someone on Twitter said, that's a paint pen. He just did that with a paint pen. He really wasn't hitting with a fork. Did you see that? Did you see that guy?
I didn't see that guy.
A paint pen where you like do a little pressure. It's a felt tip marker. You have push a little pressure on it and more paint comes out. And that's what happens. Meanwhile, Moxley's gushing blood from that hole in his forehead for the rest of the match. The entire 20 minutes that was remaining in that match. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, man. Like I said, for me personally, I don't know. It felt like a 5 out of 10 type pay-per-view to me. It wasn't anything special. There were a couple of matches I liked. The rest of it was just, I could leave it. It was like you said, it was a dynamite match on a show that didn't need to be here. Just to me personally.
What's that?
Some of the matches on this card were dynamite matches that should have been kept there.
Collision matches too. Yeah. Like the FTR versus the Outrunners. Did you notice some eagle-eyed soul on Twitter said that when Hangman Page took the belt out of that briefcase, he finally got it open, and he was crying like a pussy in the ring. Bryan Danielson's side plates with his name on them.
That was the other guy that came out.
We said that earlier. Bryan Danielson came out.
I don't think we mentioned that.
We did. I mentioned it. His side plates. You were too busy banning people from the chat. His side plates were still on the belt. Moxley never took it in to get his name put on the belt because he never wore it. It was always in the briefcase. I've never seen Moxley.
Title? Wasn't it back in like December, right? That's what he wanted was December. Yeah.
I think so. If I never see him on TV again, or Marina Shafir, or Wheeler Yuta, or Gabe Kidd, I'll be
that Gabe Kidd guy. I don't understand what the hype is about that guy at all. I'm not seeing that.
He's fat. Have you seen him?
Just don't get the hype, dude.
He's doughy.
That's
why he's wearing a shirt in a ring in AEW, because he's doughy. Good Lord.
Well, I'll be watching Dynamite to see where this goes. I don't know what it's going to do for the fan base increase. I'm looking forward to seeing that. We do got to talk about Saturday night's main event.
Hopefully they'll hit 900,000 this week, because such a great press about AEW All In came out this week. Today on Twitter. I don't see it happening either. But the neckbeards are fired up. We're on top. All In greater than Saturday night's main event.
By the way,
go ahead, Don.
The recap of Saturday night's main event, by the way, between Naomi and Jade Cargill, dude, that was brutal as shit. I'm sorry I missed that. I got to go back and find that Friday Night SmackDown now and watch that, because I missed it because I was out of town. But I got Jade knocked the shit out of her, man. Did you see that?
Supposedly, Naomi, I don't know how true it is. She said she swallowed her tooth.
Golly, I believe that shit, man. She knocked the shit out of her, dude.
that match is tonight. And the referee, special guest referee, is Bianca Belair.
Which they announced. So I've been saying it for months. Do I finally get my Bianca heel turn? Does it finally happen?
I hope so.
Does it finally get revealed that she's been behind this the whole time?
I hope so.
It would make a lot of sense.
Have you seen her husband with the new faction they're putting together?
No.
Ron Killing social media. He says he's driving now. He's got Carmelo Hayes and the Street Profits with him in this picture on social media. I hope there's some smoke to that fire, pal, or fire to that smoke, whatever the kids say. I hope the streets are saying Carmelo Hayes.
Why are you doing this? By the way, I want to talk about the Saturday Night's Main Event last night. I love the nostalgia of this show. I love the throwback song. I love the throwback ring. I love the throwback. I love everything about it. Last night's show left me highly sports entertained. And it sort of dawned on me in the middle of this whole thing is AEW's presentation has come a long way, but they got to fix that camera work, buddy. I mean, it was more prevalent now because of last night's Saturday Night's Main Event, because of that constant zooming in and out from that hard cam side on that pay-per-view yesterday.
Right.
It was way more prevalent.
Not to mention the backstage audio problems they always have.
Yes.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre versus, Randy Orton. Two old school cats. I enjoyed the match. Orton won. A lot of outside bullshit. Jelly Roll got involved.
Yes.
Logan Paul was there. Jelly Roll threw Logan Paul down. Jelly Roll got in the ring to check on Randy when he started getting attacked after the match. And then in comes Drew McIntyre to boot the shit out of him in the head.
He took it well, man. He was down like a sack of shit. Boom, down. Didn't even move.
And I guess my whole thing is the AEW diehards have been crying about Jelly Roll being in wrestling now ever since this was announced this was coming for the past several weeks. Meanwhile, they got the fucking cookie guy from Costco on their show. Oh, but that's different because he used to wrestle 20 years ago. No, it's not. Nobody knew him from wrestling. Everybody knows him from being the cookie guy.
His son just speared somebody on the pre-show, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Big Justice. A 14-year-old boy just speared somebody. And then you got the Rizzler running around backstage. The Rizzler. It's okay. It's rules for thee and not for me. That's the AEW fan base. That's how it all goes. Hey, if they've got somebody like Jelly Roll who is a worldwide, a global recording
he's a
artist,
huge
sells
star,
millions of downloads, millions of singles he sells out concerts everywhere he goes. He started out in rap, now he's country, and he's got a hell of a voice, and more power to him. They said the same thing about Logan Paul when Logan Paul came in,
and he's been phenomenal the whole time. He's been amazing.
Phenomenal. A student of professional wrestling, and you can tell Jelly Roll loves professional wrestling.
You can tell he gets it.
Yes.
He gets the stage presence. He understands how to act. He knows where to get it out. Now, I don't know if the guy can wrestle his way out of a paper bag, but I know this much. Last night, he sold my ass and he could take a punch. And he knows how to lay there like a sack of shit when he's supposed to. And he pushed pushed Logan Paul, and I believed every bit of that. So, we're off and running. I'm looking forward to I'm already looking forward to seeing where this goes because McIntyre and Orton can give you a match.
I just got visions of Diamond Dallas Page and Jay Leno versus Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. That's what I've got. Remember that from WCW?
Yeah, but that was horrible because Jay Leno was 60, 55 years old.
55 years old.
That dude looked about as bright as the moon when he took his shirt off. That guy had no tan.
No, he wore a shirt. He wore a shirt, but it was a sleeveless shirt.
On his arms and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, he was day glow. Yes, he was. But more power to him for actually getting into the ring to do that. And you need big names for the spectacle. And a lot of these guys forget that SummerSlam is going to be 2 nights. It's going to be their TKO's goal is to turn it into summertime WrestleMania.
By the way, the actual Jade Cargill and Naomi brawl was last night, so we were right. It's just all this is running together, so it's hard to keep up. And I enjoyed every minute of this. Also, Challenger John says that you say that now with Jelly Roll, Donna Bottles, but wait until you get Travis Scott. I'm sorry. Travis Scott, that still sits sideways with me. I don't want to hear it. Don't put that shit on me.
Travis Scott, the word is he's not coming in. He's not coming in to wrestle.
Thank God. Thank God.
It's all a
we
bunch
don't
of
need it.
bullshit. He's training to wrestle and all that. He was not training to wrestle. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
I don't want to see that ever.
No.
United States Championship match: Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa.
The good Uno.
This was
the good Uso. The good wrestler of the
good
Uso family.
The one that
Yes.
can cut a promo and can wrestle.
He can wrestle. Yes, he can. Big Jim, as Naomi calls him. Big Jim.
Fatu, we've talked about it earlier this week. Everything Fatu does, I believe. Everything. Jacob Fatu has the look. He's got the part. He's got it all. He comes running in to save his cousin. I like where this is going. It's going to be the SummerSlam rematch. I'm so looking forward to this. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
It's called charisma. When he comes out, you can't keep your eyes off of him. You believe everything he does. The problem is he's wrestling every week now. You think it's a good thing or a bad thing? You think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
You know what I mean?
Get in where you fit in.
LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. We covered
gas,
this
no
already.
breaks. Yes.
We covered LA Knight.
Seriously though, Jacob Fatu, you think he should wrestle every week? Like Osprey?
No, God, no. No.
There you go.
God, no. That's what makes it special. There's certain there's so many wrestlers you can rotate them in and out of matches. You don't have to have them every week. They don't have to be on TV every week wrestling.
Exactly.
There's other ways to get them over.
As the Iron Sheik would say, "Oh, my brother, I love you. I love you. Man."
I do have a question for you about the LA Knight situation.
What's that?
Does this present an opportunity for him to get to the main stage now that Seth Rollins is likely out for an extended period of time?
You've got two guys.
Or does this accelerate the push of Braun Breaker to the stratosphere now?
You have to add another man to that faction if Seth Rollins.
You will now, yeah.
You will. And I've got a guy that they could add to that faction if they're smart. Two people, actually. Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
Just give me one.
Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Add them to that faction. Karrion Kross can promo his ass off. And if you're going to have if somebody's going to rise out and be the focal point of that faction, it will be Braun Breaker, the heir apparent to Seth Rollins. That's what they could say. He's a student of the game. He's got it in his blood. That's what Heyman could say. Add Karrion Kross and Scarlett to that faction. That's what they could do. So when there's times when Heyman's not there, Karrion Kross can be the promo guy. Because no one's standing around listening to a Bronson Reed promo. And no one would see Steiner math coming out of Bronson Breaker's mouth. That would be funny, but yeah.
I
think that'd be
look
fantastic.
at Braun Breaker is the future of this business. You don't have to like it. You can get mad about it. He's got everything that you need. He's got promo skills. He looks the part. He acts the part. He is the guy. He is going to be what Rick should have been way back in the day if he'd have gotten a proper singles push. Right. Honestly, instead of being, shown as an idiot. The guy went to Michigan and graduated. He wasn't an idiot. They just like to present him that way because he was a dog-faced gremlin.
I hope they fast-track Brock Rex Steiner, Scott Steiner's son. I hope they fast-track him because he's signed with them now. He's signed. So I'm looking forward to that. The other part about this was, of course, the main event, which got thrown in complete chaos like we talked about with Gunther and Goldberg. You could see Goldberg he absolutely looked like this should have been his last match. He was limping to the ring. He clearly had some issues going on. With the knee.
The knee is definitely going out on him. He went out on his back like a champ. I tipped my hat. And then Bret Hart, you son of a bitch. Goldberg saying his goodbye in the ring. And there's a picture of it out on social media. I can't believe it happened. Bret Hart hijacked the sound truck and told them to cut off Goldberg. I can't believe they did that shit, man. I cannot believe that they did that.
Horrible. What a horrible
terrible
thing to do.
Human being.
Bret Hart, just all of a sudden Goldberg is thanking his family. I've got 100 people here, and I'm talking about my father-in-law passed away last week, and all of a sudden,
go to commercial.
That's it.
That's it.
Although the reason why that was the way it was is because they didn't have time to format. They couldn't format what they had left over because there was 40 minutes of TV time that got thrown out the window when Seth got hurt. So they had to rewrite the show on the fly. I could only see Michael P.S. Hayes with his tumbler of Jack Daniels, spilling it down his arm, running from room to room, telling people what to do backstage. And the Hurricane going, what was that? What was that?
But we're not done yet. We're not done yet, Bottles.
What's that, pal?
We've got another wrestling show tonight to cover real quick and preview.
Evolution 2.
Evolution is here. I don't know what the tickets distributed are right now. Last I looked, it was well over 6,000, so they've picked up this week.
Sure.
First match out the gate is a replay of something we've seen 100 times. I don't know how many more times we're going to see it. Well, we haven't really seen this one. We've seen forms of it. But we're getting Io Sky and Rhea Ripley in a singles match. Nope. Cut it. You need to do shrimp on the Barbie sometimes, too. Who do you think wins? Rhea Ripley, Io Sky? There can't be any more outside interference, man. I can't take another moment where there's outside interference.
I'll just tell you right now, they're both baby faces, and it's going to be a hell of a match. But Io Sky needs the belt. She needs the belt. Rhea Ripley does not need a belt to be a superstar.
She is a superstar.
She is a superstar. So in this case, the belt makes the star, and that will be Io Sky. I wish she would defend the belt more often. I think this is the first time she defended it since WrestleMania. So she's had the belt. Whatever happened to the 30 days? You got to defend the belt within 30 days. Remember that rule?
Dude, that's long
That's
gone.
out the
That's
freaking window,
gone.
pal. That's gone.
It's way gone.
Right. I would say I'm hoping for Io Sky. That's what I'm hoping for. It's God almighty. It's a 60-40 chance Rhea Ripley, but I hope Io Sky takes it.
Cash in from Naomi, perhaps, this match.
No, I don't think so.
Don't think so.
I don't think so. I think that's going to be the Jade Cargill match where she cashes it because she hates Jade Cargill.
I think it could happen. We'll see. I'm going to go with Ripley. I think she takes it off of her, and I think it gets cashed in. I'm going with that theory, and they got a match at SummerSlam now.
You think the cash is going to happen in the Ripley Sky match?
I do. I just do.
Okay.
Women's Championship match, Tiffany Stratton versus Trish.
I think this is where your cashing could happen. It could happen, theoretically.
It could.
But I can't see Trish Stratus taking the belt. I don't even know why Trish Stratus is coming back for this, except for the Jelly Roll.
It's really odd, right?
It's a Jelly Roll.
Really odd.
Yeah, they needed a big name.
I guess. NXT Women's Championship, JC Jane versus Jordan Grace, Greg's favorite.
Yes, Greg F. loves Jordan Grace.
Do we crown a new champion tonight? I kind of think Jordan Grace gets the belt.
I would think so too.
And then you've got the tag team championship match, Roxanne, Gonzo versus Gonzo with Roxanne versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte versus the Kabuki Warriors. They retain, right? Or do you think they finally have to drop it here?
No, I think they retain.
Okay.
The Judgment Day girls retain.
And then we get a number one battle royal spot in this thing.
Number one contender battle royal spot. Is that what you're saying? I think this is going to be where Nikki Bella's in this. I think Nikki Bella is probably going to win. Shit. However, I think you're going to have all your surprises come back for this.
I think you're going to see some NXT girls in this too. That's going to surprise you.
You are. Absolutely you are. And I think you'll see well, Kelly was offended because Kelly, they asked her to come back to sit in the front. Did you see that? To sit in the front row?
I didn't see this.
Yes, they asked her to come back to sit in the front row and just be on camera for like a minute. And she said, "Well, fuck that. I'd rather be in the match."
No,
I think you're going to see Paige come back in this battle royal.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, she is in Atlanta. I did see that. She is in Atlanta.
Yes, I saw the same thing. And I think you're going to see AJ Lee come back.
Now, that would legitimately pop the entire room. That would be the one everybody would create. Look, I was a big fan of AJ Lee. There wasn't a lot to like about women's wrestling back then. AJ Lee stole every damn segment she was in. Her her crazy, psychotic, skipping ass to the ring.
She
Suck me
originated
in
the skipping.
every
She
time.
originated the skipping. To the ring. First one to do it. And the faction she had with Dolph Ziggler, who was her on-screen boyfriend, AJ Lee, Dolph Ziggler, and Big E. He was Big E Langston. He had a last name back then. That was the faction. Big E was the bodyguard for those two. And I remember when Alberto Del Rio won the title, well, he kept the title from somebody he was wrestling, and he was all beat up in the ring. And the Money in the Bank winner, Dolph Ziggler, came out with his faction, and the whole place popped and went crazy. She's skipping down the ring, holding the, I think he was holding the, was she holding the briefcase? I can't remember. But the whole place erupted when those three came out. The highlight of Dolph Ziggler's career and her career, I think. No,
she had a lot of high moments.
She was a Divas champ, and she lost it to Paige on her way out the door. Yes.
She was a very, she could actually wrestle. You believe she was a psychotic chick, man. It was great. She just, everything about it I bought. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Women's Intercontinental match, Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. What if Bayley wins this, setting up a rematch 3-way for SummerSlam?
That would be a good scenario. I'd like to see Bayley win that.
It wouldn't hurt anybody.
No. No.
So we'll see where that goes. I'm going to call it, though. I think Lyra Valkyria wins, setting up her rematch with Becky Lynch at SummerSlam.
You think so? Okay.
I do.
Okay.
And then Jade versus Naomi. I think Naomi wins, and I think this is where you get the heel turn, finally, from Bianca Belair, where she reveals she was the mastermind behind the whole damn thing to begin with. Thoughts?
I think you might be right. Now, this will be coming on before the Tiffany Stratton Trish Stratus match.
Yeah.
That will probably be the second main event. Probably Io and Ripley.
I would say,
main event.
That would probably
be main event. And Stratton, and if they do it the right way, Stratton and Stratus will be the second main event. The co-main event.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Next to the last event. And then you'll have Naomi come out and try to cash in on Tiffany.
Well, we've got about an hour before this thing kicks off, so I'm going to go watch this. I hope everybody else has a good night tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching us today. I got a couple of notes I want to get out of here with.
Please like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. JR has come out and said that the reason Shelton Benjamin wasn't pushed enough in WWE is because they just didn't use him the right way. I like Shelton Benjamin. I think he's in a really good spot right now with where he's at. Shelton Benjamin can do a lot of things in the ring. He does not have the greatest mouth in the world to be talking on the microphone. Never has, never will. That's just not his strong suit. If you put him with the guy like a Paul Heyman or where he's at now with MVP, he can get over. Same way Bobby Lashley got over as world champion when they put him with MVP. He's got to have a guy that can talk shit for him because you don't have to have it all, but you've got to have that. You've got to be able to talk people into the arena. Always will be that way. Sorry, you can do all the flippy flops and the shit you want to do. If I don't believe you're a badass because you can't cut a promo, I'm not watching. It's no different in the UFC and boxing. The best boxers, the ones that always get the highest pay-per-view gross, are the guys that talk shit. Mike Tyson talked a lot of shit. And I quote, "I'm going to eat his children." That was a line. That was a line from Mike Tyson at a press conference.
Classic line. Mike Tyson, great line.
And I just want to cover this real quick. Tony Khan has gone insane with this new belt that's not his belt that's going to be put back up in October or November for another tournament.
Father-son. This is the father-son thing.
No, this is where he told Don Callis that if these were the other rules for the other belt, instead of the rules that were being enforced for this match, you would be fired now. It was just a convoluted mess of nonsense. Stop with the rules. Stop. Stop with this belt has these rules and that belt has these rules. And over here, look at my shopping cart. It's just dumb, man.
It's guys.
It's dumb.
It's guys in their underwear, fake fighting. It shouldn't be this hamstrung by all these crazy circuitous rules that will just drive you out of your mind, trying to remember all the minutia and all the details of these
I
things. It's
agree
ridiculous.
100%.
Oh my God. Have you heard about the Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, Real American Freestyle event that's coming up? It's going to be on pay-per-view.
We've talked about it a little bit. Yeah,
Have you heard about how many tickets they sold?
Like 200.
457 tickets.
Yeah, not good.
Not good at all, pal. Although that doesn't stop TNA.
It doesn't stop Collision either.
It doesn't stop. Or Ring of Honor.
Or Ring of Honor.
Have you heard about the girl in the there's a girl who's on the indies.
On a southbound train?
On the southbound train? Yes.
On
Runaway train. She's Nikki Blackheart. Have you heard about her?
Yes, we talked about her.
We have.
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that? Anyway,
I don't know.
Nikki Blackheart is the next big thing. And she's got her gear all done up, pal. I don't know what's going on. Doing a fit check on Twitter. I don't know if she's going to be appearing anywhere for a major promotion. Don't know what's happening. But she's very China-esque with Paige's face.
Is she?
That's the best
Oh,
way
yeah. So, what's his name? What's his name?
Don't tell me Joey Janela.
No. The big guy. Why am I not able to remember his name?
Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop.
Yeah, Big Ben Bishop. He's been pushing her lately. Like, that's how I found her, because he was like, you need to check this chick out. She's going to be the next big thing. You just don't know it yet. And he's right. She's taken over right now.
Yes.
You can't escape her on social media for wrestling.
There's a site, Cryptomaniacs, who did a study of the wrestlers who received the most abuse online. There's 15 of them. Number 15 coming in. Natalya, Ricochet, Nikki Bella, tied.
Okay, Ricochet brings it on himself. I don't want to hear about
himself.
Ricochet's getting abused. That guy looks for this shit. He loves to stir the pot. That's his MO.
14, Will Ospreay.
I don't care.
I'm going to go all the way to just the top 6. I'm going to bypass all this other bullshit. I'll go to the top 6. Number 6, CM Punk. He gets a lot of abuse. The Cheeto
That's just the Cheeto sexual still being scorned to this day,
Yes.
because they had him and they didn't know how to appreciate him and how to use him. And
Right.
Tony Khan did not have the leadership capabilities to tell the disgruntled runt, the son of a movie star, to shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. You're fired. Matter of fact, you're fired. You can go home. You can go home. I'm keeping the wrestling star.
He was in fear for his life. And you're making fun of that poor man. Number 5, Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox. She was in WWE. Tegan Nox.
I wouldn't know if she came in my house right now.
Number 4, Saraya.
Not surprised. She earns every bit of that too.
Yes. Number 3, Mercedes Moné.
Not surprised. She runs her mouth too.
The 2 most hated women on online wrestling in the IWC. Who do you think they are? Number 2. Who do you think it is? They're both in WWE. I'll give you that clue. No, not Rhea Ripley.
Charlotte Flair.
That's number 1.
Okay.
Number 1, Charlotte Flair. Number 2, Nia Jax.
Refrigerator Perry. That doesn't surprise
Refrigerator Perry.
me. Yes, doesn't surprise me.
Well, Don, it's 6:13 Eastern Standard Time. I'm fed up and tired. I've got a 2-hour pay-per-view to watch, and I'll probably watch Great American Bash after that.
I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Have a great Sunday.
Till next week.